now. Now that
Okay.
it doesn't have a weird. It's no longer Stardew Crew. Yeah. And. And. Try speaking so I can test audio.
Peter
Try
Piper picked a
speaking
peck
so
of
I can
pickled
test audio.
peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. Peter
Try
Piper
okay.
picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay. There we go.
Yep. Alright. Posting the links.
So I should probably make sure this link works here. Good. I have the live stream.
More blended things.
So let me share your link across all my social medias.
Alright. Oh, the dreaded cube. Delete the cube.
What?
Even if I need a cube, I will always delete the cube. What you doing, Bambi? What you staring at? It's kind of funny. Whenever I dress her, her tail will go from flat to just sudden like pom pom. Okay, so I guess do a quick kind of thing for some kind of carnival glass deal.
Yeah. Make like a pane of glass and maybe a little cup.
A candy jar. An open-faced
Yeah.
candy jar.
Yeah.
It's missing the lid.
In which we could probably also do a thing where you like sketch out a Bezier curve and then spin it around in a lathe to turn it into a well, the perfect shape.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what should we do first?
I'm still sharing your links. Give me a bit. Oop. And there.
It's absurd how many things can classify as a candy jar with carnival glass. Everything is a candy jar.
All right, so first thing I would probably do is make sure my stream is going smoothly. All right, first thing I would do is, so you've got the front on view, right?
Let me make sure. Yes.
So number pad 1, yeah. Okay. So you put a cylinder on screen. I want to try and have you do this with the Bezier curve method.
Okay.
So delete the cylinder, add a Bezier curve.
Okay. All right.
Now, I think the Bezier curve is lying flat. So go into overhead view, or actually no, go into. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? I want this to basically be if you're drawing a slice of a cup, like a slice of a half of a cup. So edit the Bezier curve.
Mm-hmm.
And like select it and rotate it 90 degrees.
Edit mode?
Yeah. So you should have everything selected once you enter edit mode. So I would say just hit R and 90.
All right.
Good. Now, if you are in numpad 1 view, go into numpad 3 view.
Holy, something ain't right.
Oh,
Oh wait, it's a
looks
curve.
like something. Yes. I cannot see what is happening.
So one is flat and one is, well, a curve.
Curved. Okay, good. Yeah, I think it does that by default, which is fine.
Yeah.
Um, I need to. Hang on, let me just increase the quality here. Okay, so yeah, you can move. You can right click any of the points. The middle, like this is a Bezier curve consisting of 2 points, each of which has 2 control handles.
Mm-hmm.
So you can manipulate each of those points there and the control handles with the G, R, and S buttons, same as you would with a 3D object. So if you right click that top one and move it a little off to the side, yeah. Move it a little off to the side, so it traces, I guess, yeah, like a little bit like a heart there. You want the handle to be up and down because this will be the lip of our candy jar.
Wait, handles big up. So more of a.
Okay, yeah. Then right click the bottom point. Like right now, I don't really care what the top looks like. Right click the bottom point because we want to flatten that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then R90.
All right.
There we go. Now right click the top point and we'll shape it into your candy jar a little bit close. We'll shape it a little closer to your candy jar. That's the side point. That's one of the control handles of the bottom point.
Oh.
Do you want the candy jar to end in a point?
I mean, feels weird having it
It's
just
not
be
gonna
a
stand
round
up.
hole of like circle.
Yeah. Yeah, but if it ends in a point, it's not going to sit on a table. It's going to flop onto its side and possibly break.
I mean, usually they have like a little pedestal in, but maybe for the sake of example, make it
okay.
round.
Yeah. For the first one, making it round like this would probably be best.
Mm-hmm.
I would say now take the top point and extend it with E, or extrude. So press E and move the mouse. Yeah. Now move that just a little bit in from where you started. So this will form the lip of our bowl.
Hold up. I can barely see it.
So don't worry about what the line looks like. We'll fix that. We'll fix that once we position the point. Because the line is guaranteed to go through the point. So we need that point to be close to where it started, just inward.
It's a little bit more back where it was.
Yeah, like I'd say put it where it was, but then move it just a little bit down and to the left. Like move the point to where it started. Yeah, and then move it just down and to the left, so that is just a little bit inside from where it was.
Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Like that. More like an inward lip, right? Or no?
Yes, inward lip.
Sorry.
How do I say where I want this to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So put the point at 7, 7.
At 7, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see.
It should be very close to where it started.
So about right here ish. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
now
go.
hit R180.
All right.
There we go. Now, I would say S and move the mouse towards the point. Or move the mouse towards the middle.
Okay. Holy.
Oh, no, no, no. That was bad. First S, then move the mouse towards the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, there we
can't.
go. Now you have much more precise control.
Like, wait a
So
second.
now...
This was a
Okay, good.
mistake. Okay.
Now, E, and move this next point, move this next extruded point, close to the blue line, like where this will be the bottom of the inside of the bottle, bottom of the inside of the jar.
Okay. So, about maybe.
It'll be close to the very bottom,
Okay.
unless you want a very thick glass.
Oh, come on. Grandma's just terrible at
Okay.
pranks. Cruel, sick jokes here. Oh, you could have all the candy in the jar. There's only one. Exactly.
That sounds like if I ever lived to be a grandpa with a candy jar, then I'd probably have an illusion like that. A mirrored candy jar that looks like there's a million candies in it, but you reach in and pull one out and it's empty.
Okay, maybe needs
All right,
another
so
extrude point.
No, this line should be flat along the bottom on the blue line.
Okay, so let me do that. That
Oh,
is.
not against the point, because then you'll have a zero thickness.
Okay.
You'll have zero thickness of the glass. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And
R90? Or, no, wait.
R and then manually move the stick so that it looks flat.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Yeah. And now, right click the middle of that stick. So you're right clicking the vertex so that all three dots should be highlighted.
Wait.
Or hit A twice to select none. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, A twice quickly selects none.
There we go.
Yeah. And then right click just that one. Yeah, there we go. So wait. Right clicking near it should just select it. There we go. And then scale it up so that the line, or you probably want to zoom out so that you want to see the rest of this line. So scale it with S, or not inwards, outwards, yes, so that the curve is more pronounced and is closer to the curve that, yeah. So now you want to, yeah, like that.
Okay.
So this would be good to start. Get out of edit mode.
Mm-hmm.
And add a modifier. It'll be a screw modifier.
Oh.
It used to be called a spin modifier.
There we go.
It should be under generate screw. Yep.
Aha.
There we go.
Aha. I have a vase.
Mm-hmm. I think this is called the lathe tool in other 3D modelers.
Okay.
But that always confused me when I first learned about the lathe tool, because a lathe is for like carving down wood. Like it makes things circular, but it makes things circular by taking stuff away rather than multiplying it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have something to make into carnival glass.
Yep.
Oh, you might want to convert to mesh. So I would let's see if it is selected, and it is. Hit space and type convert, or space and type mesh.
There we go.
Convert mesh. There you are.
Wait, did I do that, or did I just?
Still says.
Oh,
you
know
might
what?
have to apply modifiers. Transform curve to mesh in order to apply constructive modifiers. So, yeah. If If you type convert, does it say? Or, yeah, convert mesh. Oh, maybe it's not selected. Right-click the object.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. I was wondering why I didn't see that little highlight there.
There we go.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
So now go into your shading tab up top.
Shading. Ah, there we go.
Layout, modeling, sculpting, UV editing, texture paint, and shading. So in the shading tab, you should see an HD.
Oh, this is nice.
This is where you can preview your materials. Select the vase and hit numpad period. Get a good look at it. Yeah, in the viewport.
Ah.
With the mouse in the viewport, hit numpad period. Or, yeah, with the mouse in the viewport, click... we clicked the light instead.
Whoops.
All right, zoom out. All right. There we go. And the numpad period.
Okay. There we go.
Yes. Now... Oh, right. So you'll see the bottom half of the screen here has this, like, blank sheet of paper, basically. Hit, like, with the mouse in that blank sheet of... Well, not the blank sheet of paper. The field. The dark field. The big dark field that takes up the bottom half of the screen. With the mouse in there, hit space.
All right.
And type principled.
Principled volume, or...
What we're looking for is principled BSDF.
Okay.
Oh, not letting us select it. All right. In that case, go to the red materials tab, which would be the second bottommost tab on the right.
Okay.
And in there, yeah, new.
Holy.
And we have principled BSDF shader. Now, what happens next depends on what...
nearsightedness. Okay.
What happens next depends on what your graphics card is doing. But try setting the metallic to maximum. Just drag, like, click anywhere in the metallic bar and drag it all the way to the right. And then roughness, drag it all the way down to 0.
Oh, it's shiny.
Shiny. These are fun to play with. Clear coat and clear coat roughness are like for if you're doing a car, where it has that, like, it looks like plastic with glass over it kind of material. Specular is how clearly light forms spots, for lack of a better description. Oh, I just realized also, I forgot to...
I noticed that... Oh, hey everyone!
There we are. I totally missed the chat. Hello, Spencer McDonald and Wing of the Angel.
Phoenix.
Yee.
Oh my gosh. My poor graphics card is probably screaming at me like, what are you doing? Why?
So, anisotropy, I forgot what that is. But it's been described to me as like the circular pattern on a cooking thing on the bottom surface of a cooking pot. The sheen is It's great for like furry or hairy materials when you're looking at something and it has a little bit of light shining from the side. That would be the sheen. IOR is index of refraction. We're going to need that for glass. And I think 1.450 is, you're going to have to look up a table to get like realistic IORs, but we'll go for what looks the best stylistically. But we're going to have to change, we're going to have to make this transparent.
Yep.
And give it a glass texture before we can play around with that. Transmission and transmission roughness should make our material a little bit more glass-like. Now, if you're not noticing any change, then we're going to have to change some things in our world settings. And that would be the little not quite fork and knife tab on the right side.
Not quite.
It's the
knife.
Screwdriver and wrench. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I look at it and I see knife and fork, but it's supposed to be a screwdriver and wrench. It's the top one.
Oh, the top one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's just a fork. The one on top is the screwdriver and knife and fork.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, maybe it isn't this one. Let's try the one underneath.
What about... Oh. And things are deciding to take a breather. Okay.
Hey, stay focused. No worries. I'm working on stuff. 2-second monitors are the best. Okay, this one is select.
If I could with my laptop, I would attach a second, or no, 3 monitors to this darn thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let me open your stream on my tablet so there.
I probably should also share the stream on the chat. I'm sorry. That would help.
So
really
the knife and fork tab does not have what we want. What we want is either the second or the third.
Oh wait, I didn't mean to say stop sharing. Darn it. There she is. There we go. So you have a more live version of this.
Okay.
And the one thing about Carnival Glass is that it's like you don't really see through it that much. It's more the multicolor metallic bits that you see.
Yeah, it has sort of a titanium looking rainbow coating. So we're gonna play around with nodes to make that happen.
And one thing I've noticed with Carnival Glass, the more different cuts you get, the more different lights it refracts, so different colors shine through it.
And that we will try and get happening using bump mapping. So where were we? Right, we got the metallic, we got the specular. I'm not sure we're gonna notice it. Oh, right, we're gonna get the transmission working properly. So to get transmission working properly, let's I don't know how to describe this, but the tab under the one we chose here, because the one we chose was not the one we wanted.
Okay, scene. Okay, there
Render
we
properties. Render engine. Let's try setting the render engine from Eevee to cycles.
How do you do that? Oh,
at the very top.
There we go.
The toppest of top.
There we go.
All right. So, device GPU.
Yep.
Render engine cycles, feature set supported, device GPU, not CPU.
Oh.
GPU compute, yeah.
Cue my laptop to be screaming at me. What are you doing? You're a gaming laptop. You can handle this. No, I can't. I'm waiting.
There's no such thing as a gaming laptop. They fooled you. But I
Okay.
think you can, like, I've seen people attach external GPUs to a Raspberry Pi. I'm pretty sure you could do it with a laptop too,
Mhm.
if you needed. I
Okay.
don't think you need to if this can play modern games and all.
I think it can. I haven't tested it out too much. I really should. Although I probably will end up playing Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim for the umpteenth time.
Try going,
Okay.
edit preferences,
Edit preferences. Where's that?
upper left menu.
Upper left. Oh, preferences. Ding dong. Okay.
Oh, I can't see what's in here. I'll have to open up my copy of Blender to see.
It's not showing on the preview
No,
thing.
it shares the main Blender window, not any supplemental windows. So edit,
Wait, it's showing
preference,
it per the present.
system. So in Blender preferences, go to system and look for cycles render device at the top.
Okay. I've got. Oh, CUDA.
Mm-hmm. CUDA and select your graphics card, or select all
GeForce.
graphics cards. Alternatively, optics. I think optics is faster than CUDA.
Not compatible. Um,
Not compatible. Okay, then we'll use CUDA instead.
okay.
Yeah, I think both CUDA and optics have separate install procedures. My computer can use both. It doesn't seem to complain when I select either of them. And it apparently is totally fine with using multiple GPUs here. It's using my my Intel Core i5-4460 and my NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so move move the camera around so that we are looking at um, so that what's behind the vase isn't a solid color. We should be able to see through it a little bit. If not,
Maybe more IOR.
no, IOR won't help with that.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, 300. Set it back down to 1.45.
Okay.
I think 1.45 is either the IOR of water or of glass.
Okay.
And then anything anything that's much higher or much lower than that just distorts. It goes into unrealistic territory and just really distorts the light that goes through. Transmission roughness. Yeah, so transmission. You should be noticing a difference when you go from 0 transmission to maximum.
Not really. Oh wait, that's roughness. Oops.
Yeah, transmission roughness is like frosted glass versus clear glass. Like the glass at a doctor's office that you're not supposed to look through, but it looks nice because it's glass.
Hmm. I'm really not seeing much of a difference.
Okay, we have some other settings that we need to mess with as well. If you go to what's it called? Render settings? Output properties.
Okay. So where? Oh wait.
Um, or is it in render settings? Render properties. Render properties, scrolling down, you want add you want to activate screen space reflections and refraction in that.
Hold on. Under properties, where is this? Oh wait, down here. Sorry.
So yeah, renders, light paths, volumes, curves, simplify, motion blur. Not in advanced.
Oh.
You can search. There's a little magnifying glass up top, so you can search for screen space refractions.
Oh wait, right here.
Oh, wrong magnifying glass. That searches your scene collection. You want to search the settings. Yeah. So screen space reflections. Ah, so it's under settings and viewport display.
Okay.
Huh, that's strange. Oh, okay. And let's see. Clear the search. Hit the X on the search there. You also want to set the two other things in there: blend mode and shadow mode. Blend mode should be alpha. So scroll down until you see that again. Volume displacement. Down, down, down.
Ah, blend mode alpha
there.
clip.
Let's see. What are the options we got here? Alpha clip, alpha blend.
Okay. Ooh, that made a difference. Oh, yes.
Same with shadows.
There's alpha clip
Same with
and
shadow mode.
alpha hash.
Alpha hashed.
Okay.
So we have some transparency.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of distortion from the IOR. What if you, let's see, turn down the transmission, see what changes.
Really nothing.
Transmission roughness? No.
Alpha changes
Okay, now we're seeing some changes. Yeah, alpha is its overall transparency, but it also makes things, it doesn't make things glass as much as it makes them ghostly.
Ah, okay. So don't mess with that one.
Yeah. So anything that isn't like a non-interactable object in your game, or like it's alpha is useful for like when your character's going behind walls and you want to make the walls transparent so that you can see your character behind them.
Made it a little less metallic. Not by much.
Yeah, like the metallic slider is basically, do you want your material to be metal or plastic?
Yeah.
And then the roughness makes like smooth plastic might as well be glass, or smooth metal might as well be glass, smooth transparent metal might as well be glass, and then like rough plastic is like toy plastic. And then smooth plastic would be closer to like resin, I think. Like resin cast dice.
Mm-hmm. Almost. It's getting there.
Mm-hmm. You just got to play around with it until it's just the way you like.
You know, sheen doesn't really affect much here, but it's enough to just play around with it. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Gotta wait a little bit when you adjust some of these for the GPU to load the settings.
Ah. And my laptop's not on lava mode yet.
We're only dealing with a couple hundred, or no, couple thousand triangles.
Yeah, I mean, just a basic.
So less than your average game.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Morrowind or Oblivion levels of polygons.
I saw one moment someone posted something where they were talking to someone and the person was talking on one of those traps that go and crush people if they're stepping on it.
Uh
And the moment they're like, farewell, it just crushes them, and a quest updated.
huh.
And then someone went to check on the person, and then they got
And
crushed
then
too.
they got crushed too.
Oblivion, just because its AI is so broken, but it's beautiful.
Do people just go like murder hobo in those games as well? Morrowind and Oblivion?
Um, you can. It's way easier to do that in Morrowind, but good luck completing the game. The game will warn you if you kill an essential NPC. It does not hold
Okay.
your hand and tell you, oh, you can't kill this person because it's essential. No, this
Okay.
game decides you might want to restart to another save because you can't reverse what you've done.
Yeah. You've made your game unwinnable.
Yep. Like, Morrowind does
Are there
not
en-
hold your hand at all.
are there endings in unwinnable games, or do they just kind of um, go on until there's nothing to do?
Well, there's really no way you can complete the game.
Okay. Like I figure if there's like a big bad guy trying to do big evil things, then they'd have like the big bad evil guy wins
Yeah.
kind of an ending.
And Oblivion is the polar opposite where it will hold your hand in every instance.
Oh wow.
I mean, not as bad as Skyrim does. Skyrim hold your hand a lot. But,
Yeah, I'm still working through like as far as open world games go. I'm still working through Kingdoms of Amalur.
mhm.
I've gotten myself stuck in like this little arena side quest chain where
Nice.
there's like a gladiatorial arena. I think I've won the scenario, but there's still stuff to do. There's still a lot of question marks in there, and I'm not sure whether I should hang around or whether I should get back to the main quest.
Oh, in Oblivion, there is an arena too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen the annoying fan. Or
The
the
annoying
adoring fan. Adoring fan, sorry.
I don't think I don't. The name doesn't ring a bell.
He's very annoying, and he will go by Azura, by Azura, by Azura every time you walk. He has a very bright yellow hairdo. Hold up, I will have to look this up. So when you win the arena in that game, you have an adoring fan. And this character is so annoying. Also, you get to choose your battle name once you win and all that. I always go for Iron Maiden because, you know, the band and whatnot. I don't know, it just sounds cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
the only correct answer. Alright. I just
Let's see, what were we going to do
I
next?
sent you a link to the adoring fan.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Just a bright yellow hairdo.
meow meow.
Very annoying.
Oh wow, that's an actual character in the games.
Yes.
Adoring fan Oblivion. Oh, okay, it's not that bright yellow in.
Oh no, it's that bright yellow.
It looks, it looks like it's made that bright due to the torch he's holding. At least in the first screenshot there.
Trust me, in broad daylight, it shines practically.
Okay. It's just called the Adoring Fan.
Yep. And then, in Skyrim, they had fun with this character because they had journal with one of the members of the Dark Brotherhood who's like a jester character. So he had this thing where he pretended to be an adoring fan and then murdered the champion.
Nah.
Almost like, okay, is it a nod just saying, oh, yeah, he was there for a reason, trying to kill you.
Oh, in your options on the right side,
Mm-hmm.
check subsurface translucency.
Subsurface translucency. Hold up.
So it's right under under alpha blend, alpha hashed, show backface, screen space reflect. Oh, you had it visible right there before
Oh.
you started searching.
Sorry.
So yeah, you had it on the screen. I noticed it because it was already on your screen.
Sorry.
It's under viewport display.
There we
Okay,
go.
it's under viewport display. Yeah.
Found it.
Subsurface translucency. So that should help things a little bit. Refraction depth, I would say maybe set that to 1 meter. To give you a slightly more fancy look. We can't really see the hole in the top of the jar there, can we?
Right. Oh, wait. Right? There's no depth in the middle of it.
Yeah. So figuring out the transparency should help with that.
I'm just
If you go into the, let's see, one of the top 3 tabs there should have extra transparency effects.
1 second here. Okay. One of the top tabs where?
Like the render settings, the top 3 gray colored tabs. One of the top 3 gray colored tabs. So it wasn't the first one, and the second one fixed a couple of things. Although I'm pretty sure we have more things we need to check on that second one there.
Volume?
No, the tabs that are the icon tabs.
Oh. You're meaning these? Or...
No.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Go to the modifier tab.
Okay.
Yeah. From the modifier tab, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs up from the modifier tab.
Oh.
Like the modifier tab is a blue tab, and there's a yellow tab above it, and a gray tab above that, and a red tab above that, and then 3 gray tabs above that.
Yep.
Output properties. There we go.
Okay. There we go.
Let's see. I like to set the frame rate to 60 FPS. Just because I can. If we're doing videos, then I always want them to be at 60 FPS. Scroll down. It's not going to make a difference until we render video. Stereoscopy output down. Metadata post-processing. Not important for now. Oh, is post-processing the bottom? All right. Then try the tab above output process. The tab above output properties.
Okay.
Which is
Render properties.
All right, so we should have. You've got different. I think you've got different properties available to mine. Like I have. Let's see. Mine say ambient occlusion, bloom, depth of field, subsurface scattering, screen space reflections, and I have one that's just dedicated to saying screen space reflections. You don't seem to have that. And that confuses me. Oh wait, what if you change the render engine back to Eevee?
The render in in the settings. right?
In that window up at the top.
Preferences. Okay.
No, no, no. It
Oh
was
wait.
visible when I said it.
Oh
You don't have to open the
no! Oh
preferences.
crud! What did I do? Oh no. BRB randomly
So,
clicks on a thing and messes something up. What did I do? Ah.
all right. So in the shading view, you're in the animation view now.
Oh. Shading. Okay, perfect. Got it. So.
Okay. So on the right side where it says scene, under scene it says render engine.
See. Oh, perfect. Eevee.
There we go. Now you have the same options that I do.
Okay.
So I would click ambient occlusion and bloom and screen space reflections. And then open up screen space reflections.
Oh.
And hit refraction.
For a split second, the refraction just had a blip.
Yeah, it's recalculating stuff. So I would leave all those options at their defaults.
Mm-hmm.
Check subsurface scattering, or have a look at the options that subsurface scattering allows.
Subsurface scattering. Where is that? Oh, right there.
Just above screen space, yeah. Okay, that's probably as much as this computer can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Depth of field we don't care about. Motion blur we don't care about. Performance maybe. I'm pretty sure performance only has like high quality normals as its option, but it might be good to check it.
If my stream suddenly goes silent, that's why. My computer.
Shadows. I would usually max out the detail on the shadows. So maximum, I think it's 4K on both of those menus. Yeah, 4096.
It's getting there.
Yeah, we still have that weird circular planar effect there.
It's like a bowling ball with just a very uneven edge there.
Yeah.
No soft shadows. There shall be harsh shadows in this house.
Yeah, I usually like hardline shadows too.
Mm-hmm.
Soft shadows are for like when there's multiple lights in a scene.
Mm-hmm.
So then the actual outline of a shadow is less well defined, or when there's like an array of lights. I probably wouldn't mess around with indirect lighting. All right, let's try adding the colors to this glass.
All right.
So what I would want to do is add a noise node.
Okay.
So I would put the mouse to the left of the principal BSDF node, and hit space and type Voronoi, VORO.
Voronoi texture.
VORO. Looks like the only option we've got there, yeah. So Voronoi texture.
All right.
So I'm just waiting. Okay, yeah, position that to the left there. Distance, color, and position. So color, connect the yellow color node to the base color node of the principal BSDF.
Oh.
We should have something fancy going on here.
I don't know what's going on there, but
And you can mess around with this node settings to make this a little bit more carnival glassy. Make the scale. I think you want to make the scale smaller to make the to make it seem a little bit less patchworky. And then at that scale, it's just one color.
I mean, hold on. Almost, if the blending was,
You can mess around with it with more nodes going into this. It looks a bit like a jawbreaker.
it really does.
Let's see, how do we make this a little bit more oily?
Oh, there's negative values?
Yeah. Maybe if we change the dimensions. Aha. Does something.
It looks like one of those chemical reactions where the chemicals are bouncing off each other.
Yeah. You can change the randomness to probably make it a little bit more chaotic.
Oh, now I'm just creating a disco ball at this point.
Oh, yeah, I guess with no randomness, it's all just squares. Let's see. With 3D Voronoi noise, we get this pattern. But what does a 1D through 4D look like?
Oh, actually, a little bit better. Sort of. Well, that's just disappointing.
Yeah.
40.
Ah, that looks a little noisier, which could be an improvement.
Looks less like carnival glass and more like party kind of glass, but I
Yeah.
digress.
So mess with the scale. It's definitely more like undulating. Let's try adding one for subsurface as well.
Okay, so
So another Voronoi texture and then connect it to the subsurface color.
So right here?
Mm-hmm.
Or
So
okay.
this yellow node goes to the subsurface color node on the principled BSDF.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the base color. There's two yellow nodes going into the principled BSDF,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
into the principled BSDF node. So we have two yellow nodes going out of the Voronoi textures. So one of them goes into the base color, one of them goes into the subsurface color.
Subsurface. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, three nodes down from base color.
Got it. Got it.
So we'll have an overt color and a covert color that way.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Seems like one's just overriding the other.
Kinda. I haven't played around too much with subsurface details. In making one of the pickups for Too Many, I wanted an orange object that glowed yellow,
Hmm.
and I made like the surface color, the base color orange, with no emission, but then the subsurface color yellow with lots of emission, and it just ended up looking like a yellow object.
Yep.
Like it felt like the base color was kind of useless. But from what I recall, you want to use base color and subsurface color when you're doing things like skin. So you'll have the skin color be the color that the skin would look like if there weren't any blood running under it,
Right.
and then the subsurface color would be the color of the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So then, if there's like a light shining through a hand, then it'll glow red the way that it does.
Yeah.
Hi, meow meow.
I don't know why this isn't really. Hmm. This is bothering me.
What is?
The fact that the subsurface color isn't really showing through.
Try increasing the subsurface radius.
Ah.
Oh wait, there's the subsurface is set to 0.
Subsurface.
Maybe we should set that up.
Oh. That would probably be one of the things.
Yeah.
Well.
Yes, meow meow. At scale 500, it's going to be too small to see anything. Meow meow.
There we go. Something.
Yeah. Oh, you're into the minuses.
Yep.
So now you have a little bit of that blending kind of effect. A little bit of that color blending effect. The thing that's bothering me is that the edges are still very hard on the outside. And I don't remember how to soften them up. Like, it's great if we're going for a stained glass look, but not so much for a carnival glass look.
Suddenly, my laptop fan started kicking in like,
It's getting hot in here. I'm not getting paid enough for this. Yes, meow meow. You're getting paid in plenty of treats. Meow. Meh. Meh. Oh, Mr. Squeeze Cat. Mr. Squeeze Cat. This very interesting visual effect with with the little circular planes going up and down on the object here.
not quite carnival glass, it's just more speckled and mirror like glass.
Yeah, this is more like marble glass.
Yeah. Wonder.
Little speckles of colored glass in a big blob of marble, and a big blob of marble glass. I feel like I should probably go through the basic Blender donut tutorial again, because I know he uses a noise node to randomize the texture of the donut.
Mm-hmm.
So we can probably make use of that.
I need to do
help.
that donut
Mm-hmm.
test thingy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Not quite carnival glass, but interesting.
Mm-hmm, yeah. This reminds me of the stained glass in one of the old schools that I used to explore when I was little. I had, there was like, I think they rented out this school to other people that wanted to run classes in like Bengali school or Bengali lessons or math tricks. So that school would often be open on the weekend for those like side classes.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the hallways would be dark and they would seem like kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
So between classes, me and my friend would just like it was a huge school too for us. It took like a half an hour just to walk around it. So we would explore and we would occasionally walk into these dark hallways. I think I've told this story before. And one of us would always get scared and yell, "Let's get out of here!" And then just run as fast as we could out of the dark hallway into the light somewhere. And one thing I didn't realize was that there were classes going on in classrooms in these dark hallways. And at some point, someone got like fed up with us, opened up the door, and said, "Will you kids shut up?" Because it was probably like the fifth or sixth time that his class was interrupted by a bunch of kids in the halls yelling, "Let's get out of here!" I want to say it was that guy for constantly booking his class in one of the dark hallways.
Like, the teacher was purposely getting the most depressing classroom.
Yeah. Like, the classes themselves were lit. You could see that you could see the light shining under the doors, but you wouldn't know that there was a class going on in there. You could probably reason that it was probably sunlight shining into those classrooms. The classes themselves were either very quiet or, well, I guess the classrooms wouldn't be soundproof, otherwise they wouldn't get annoyed at us yelling. Oh yeah, those three numbers that under the subsurface radius is how much red to let through, how much green to let through, and how much blue to let through. So that's how much this material lets red, green, and blue light through its surface. And I think you can set another noise texture to that as well. really randomize the transmission. Let's get yourself a little node graph there.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a new feature. I guess like a relatively new feature of Blender is that you can do everything with nodes in a non-destructive way.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't have to worry about undo chains if you decide that something you've decided to experiment with isn't working out, you don't have to undo all the way through it. You can just get rid of the nodes that are associated or disconnect the nodes that are associated with it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
We've made ourselves an interesting marble glass vase.
Mm-hmm. Magic texture. Now we're talking. Okay. So,
All right, what colors does that have coming out of it? It's got a yellow and a gray. All right, let's try connecting that yellow to the base color of our principled BSDF.
oh, there we go.
Whoa.
It's just magical rainbow glass.
Yeah. Hmm.
Got a very strange
Scale
polka
and
dotted.
So you've got a scale and a distortion to mess around with.
Whoa. Ooh. I do like this. It's like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah. It does give that oily kind of look.
Yeah.
But the pattern's a little too regular. Oh wait, with a low scale, the regularity of the pattern is broken up, which could help.
Ooh. Yeah, it just looks like a vase from like the 60s or something.
Yeah. Not bad though. Meow meow. Why meow meow?
In its progress.
Mm-hmm, yeah. We're just having some trouble getting the top of this jar to look like, well, the top of a jar.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to experiment with this on my own as well. I did make a wine glass a little while ago.
Ooh.
But it was just plain like drinking glass,
I wonder,
not like textured or colored or anything.
could I add this to? Can you have multiple nodes to the same one? Or?
Yeah. Oh, multiple nodes to the same one, I'm not sure. You'll have to use a mix node in the middle.
Okay, how do I do
Yeah,
that?
it'll replace it. So, add, like, press space and type mix. Mix shader. Let's see, if it's color, then mix RGB. And then yeah, it takes in two colors, mixes them, and outputs another color. So then, yeah, that color goes into the base color, and then the two that you want to mix go into it. So the mix node The mix node goes on the left. Yeah, the mix node goes into the base color. Yeah, and then the magic texture and the hue saturation value go. Yeah, yeah, into color 1 and color 2.
Got it.
Getting closer.
Waiting on it. Okay.
The factor is nothing right now. Nothing's connected into it.
Mm. Oh, is that where I'd probably add more of a.
The factor would be, um, like how intense the hue. Wait.
Hold up.
Oh, okay. We've changed this into a hue node instead of a mix node. Hue saturation value. That's an input node.
Okay, so.
The nodes on the left are where data goes in. The nodes on the right are where data comes out.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
mix. There we go.
Okay, so this mixes that and that. The factor, I'm trying to think about what you would.
Trying to think, because when you think of carnival glass, the underneath layer is more the color that you see, and then it has a transparent opalescent glaze to it.
Over. Yeah.
Because if you look at carnival glass from a different light where you don't see maybe the sheen shining through, you'll see the.
I think I know what you want to do
color.
then. Set the subsurface color on the principal BDSF node. On the principal BSDF node, the subsurface color, change it to like yellow or something.
Oh, okay. Yellow, you said?
Yeah, I remember that. Like it was kind of an orange yellow. The last photos that you had taken.
Mm. Okay.
And then let's see, subsurface radius. I would say max out yellow and minimize blue, or max out red and green and minimize blue.
Red and green, minimize blue.
It looks like it doesn't have a maximum minimum. I guess keep them the way they are then.
Oh.
So that yellow goes through, blue is kind of blocked. Subsurface IOR, subsurface anisotropy. Subsurface anisotropy, I would probably leave at 0 because I don't think it does. I don't know, like, I'm not really sure how anisotropy works, so I probably wouldn't want to mess with it. All right, messing with the metallic seems to do something.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting closer to that carnival glass look.
Yeah.
Yeah, specular isn't going to do anything for us until we start adding light sources to the scene.
Okay.
Because then it'll put a spot of light. A high specular will put a spot of light where our light source reflects off of it, whereas a low specular will put like a fuzzy blob of light where our light source reflects off of it.
A tad bit of roughness, not much.
Okay.
Because it still gives it a nice sheen.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, the anisotropic effect. The best way I can explain it is if you want your surface to look like the bottom of a cooking pot, then add anisotropic.
Sheen, it's not really important, but I kind of want to see how it looks with it.
Yeah. Sheen is really visible in a dark room where you can't see the light source. Sheen is how you see the outline of a hairy object. Like the fine hairs capture light and reflect it towards your eyes. And then clear coat is a car coating. But yeah, you did describe carnival glass as having sort of an underlayer and overlayer, so this might actually help in getting that appearance.
Mm-hmm.
There actually is another, by the same guy, I think, Blender Guru. He has a tutorial on making a glass cup full of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So that might also help with the.
Changing the IOR changed it a little.
Yeah. The index of refraction, like if you want an accurate index of refraction, you're going to have to look up a table of IORs. Let's see, IOR table glass. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meowie meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Rawr. Rawr. Eh. Meh. Meh. Was such a squeaky. So let's see. We have IORs for acetone, actinolite, agate, moss agate, air. The
Air?
IOR for air is air is 1.0002926. Alcohol 1.329. Argon is 1.0000281. They have IORs of various gases. Carbon dioxide, diamond. The IOR of diamond is 2.417. So if you want this to be like Carnival Diamond, set its IOR to 2.417. Ethyl alcohol 1.36. Glass. Let's see. Glass is 1.51714.
To be fair, it may or may not be leaded.
Oh, they have, let's see here. Albite glass, crown glass, zinc crown glass, dense flint glass, heavy flint glass, heaviest flint glass, lanthanum flint glass, light flint glass, and medium flint glass. Nothing about lead glass, though.
Hold up. Let me look.
Hydrogen, iron, ivory, lapis lazuli, malachite, onyx and opal, pure oxygen. Oh no, wait, in both gas and liquid form.
Nitrogen on that list, since they're already
Oh,
listing
probably.
I since they're already listing argon and oxygen.
Uh-huh. Nitrogen gas, the IOR of nitrogen gas is 1.000297. The IOR of liquid nitrogen is 1.2053.
I wonder. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to think what else carnival glass could be like. What were some of the things you listed that were solids, not liquid gases?
Um, Solid gases? I don't.
Oh no, some of the things that aren't solid or liquid gases. Or
Oh,
well, wait, you get my point.
let's see. Just gaseous gases.
No gas. Uh,
We've
solid
got
objects.
helium. Solid objects. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Glass. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 different kinds of glass.
Okay.
We have garnet. We have uh, we have various jewels. We have emerald. We have diamond. We have crystal,
Oh,
which
opal.
opal.
Yeah.
GHIL. Opal 1.450.
I'm copying this
So
and
it's the
then
same as the default.
1.450. Really doesn't make much of a difference, does it?
It's like if you wanted to play around with materials in the with the default cube, you'll notice a bigger change in the index of refraction if you make like a table with a textured tablecloth, put the default cube on top of it, and make that cube a solid block of transparent material, and then mess with the index of refraction. Then looking through the cube, you will see those distortions. Emission is how much light the object produces. So it is producing zero light. It is producing black.
Yeah, and that one's just
But
the
if you gave it
total.
a color, then it would become a light source.
Not quite carnival glass.
Hmm.
I wonder, adding like carvings and all that to the model might change it up a little. Like
Ah,
patterns.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And we started doing texture painting last time, I believe.
Hmm.
We could try. Hmm, let's see, where would the input be on bump mapping on a principled BSDF shader? Subsurface. Oh no, wait, it might be on the output node. Squeaky kid. You're not an output node. Let's see, scroll to the right a bit on your node graph there.
Right here.
Yep. Middle click drag to the right. We want to look at the output. Let's see, we have displacement. Displacement might be up a little bit.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, displacement.
Surface volume displacement. Okay, so yeah, displacement might be. Oh no, wait, no. Surface is kind of what we want.
But what about volume?
I mean, surface volume would be like if this is um, if it's like a ball of gas or a ball of liquid,
Mm. Okay.
then we would probably output to the volume.
So what about displacement?
Displacement, I think, might be what we're looking for. I just I'm trying to think of an example. Like when I think of using the displacement output, I see people doing like more drastic displacement. But it might be what we want, actually.
Okay. So, what do I need to do?
Let's try connecting that unconnected Voronoi texture to the displacement output.
This one?
No, the one that we already have.
The one that we already have.
Oh wait, yes. Sorry, I'm a couple seconds behind. So when you said this one, you opened up a menu.
Whoops.
All right, so take
Oh
yeah.
no, I did not mean to do that.
Oh no. All right. Connect the BSDF out to the surface in. Hi, Squeak. Hi. This is looking very lumpy, but it looks like it's what we want.
This looks like, you know how some people get like shattered looking glass?
Uh huh.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, that adds a really shiny sheen to that. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Compiling shaders. Compiling shaders. Let's see. Try setting the right now the color output, the yellow node output, is going into the blue input on displacement. Try setting the position, the blue node, to the blue displacement.
Oh,
Draw a line from blue to blue.
ooh. Interesting.
Usually, matching the colors is how you want to work with these nodes.
Okay, got it.
Not
It's
always, but it's
very diamond like.
yeah. Crackly.
Yeah, very crackly. It's definitely turning out to be more like a crackle kind of glass look. Like something you would put a tea candle in.
Hmm.
And you'd see the light just kind of bounce off all the rainbow colors and whatnot.
Yeah. I almost want to try fluid dynamics with this, but my computer is, I think, barely powerful enough to handle fluid dynamics.
Mm.
Almost definitely going to need a uh, a new a new computer if I actually want to bake some fluid animations
Mm.
into a future game. Or if I don't want to wait like 24 hours for it to render.
Oh, come on. Have to render it like they had to for like Donkey Kong Country or something.
Yeah,
A single image took a
Silicon
whole
graphics
day.
computers. Yeah.
Could you imagine if you rendered it out and then it just ended up looking like garbage?
Yeah, and then having to throw it out and start over and
Yes.
do a whole nother render.
Ugh. And worst case scenario, if something went wrong, there's no Google or anything to look it
Yeah.
up because, especially if you're the ones who made the system.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're the one who made the technique, you'd probably have your own reference materials to look up.
But one of those few
Your own
instances of
reference
what can
materials.
go wrong.
Yeah. When you'll have your own reference materials and probably your own helper tools,
Yeah.
which is something I'm hoping to do as well with our game studio.
If only it'd show the inner part of this.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like I might have to do on my own and then get back to on our next dev stream.
Alright. Because there has to be
So we
like
have hit
some way
10
to put a shadow right in
to
here.
show off the inside. Yeah, yeah, and I think dealing with Blender's settings for shadows and our GPUs will probably help with that. Maybe adding a light to the scene
Mm-hmm.
rather than
I
relying
wonder,
on the
can I
HDRI.
go to object mode in the regular settings, the modeling?
Yeah, try going into the you could try if you go into the layout tab, which is the leftmost view tab,
Yes.
and you go into like the only problem is there's one light and nothing to bounce the light off of other than the one object that we have here. And then if you press and hold Z and go up to rendered,
Yeah, that is depressing.
so you'll want to model like the rest of the room so that your light has something to bounce off of and you'll have something to see through with that glass.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be something holding this up, and this is bothering me.
I guess homework will be look up the coffee and donut tutorial from Blender Guru
Yeah.
because he covers glass in that.
Okay.
And let's see, our next play stream will be East 8. See, the inner surface on that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be nice to get back into the routine again.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit of playing around with nodes done today.
Yay.
A little bit of Blender learning.
Alright. Well, I might just end this thing too because I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah.
Alright.
We are at our usual time limit.
Yep. Thank you everyone
let
for
you do.
watching. Please be sure to check a couple of my art posts. I tend to do stuff every now and again. Be sure to check out Cumulative's both Twitter and YouTube. I have the link down below. He is working on a game currently,
Thank you
and
for that.
I'm doing what I can once I figure out Blender. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and bye.
Burr.